Alright, and we're live. What's up, everybody? It is Friday.
Let's get wild. What's up, Vitamin J? Happy Friday.
How you doing today,
What's up,
Sig?
baby?
It is Friday.
It is Friday, and it is episode number 52.
That is 1 year. That is
52.
1 year of doing this, which I didn't think we would do it for this long, but that's cool.
Right.
We have a bunch of topics actually to discuss today.
All right.
They're pretty wide-ranging. Loot
Fellas,
boxes.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, yeah, Rad. That's what she said.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Happy
1 year
anniversary,
today.
guys.
1 year today.
1 year.
Look how far we've come.
We've come so far.
We became Twitch affiliates within the year. That was my mental goal.
Yeah, but
That was-
that was my
small,
goal 2
dude.
weeks ago.
He said 52 weeks and gained 52 pounds. I did look much lighter on episode 1.
Really?
Yeah, much lighter. A good 30 pounds lighter, probably.
Oh man.
We're
Really?
gonna fix that.
Oh.
I'm always the heaviest.
We're gonna
guy in
fix
the
that.
room,
Yeah,
so-
yeah. At the second anniversary, I should be back to 30 pounds lighter.
All right, there
Yeah.
it is.
That's my goal. There should be a follow. You notice that followers goal?
I know.
Oh,
I
I
saw
see
it.
it, I
So
see
your
it.
followers
Now
go
100.
now.
Yeah, we
so
could have,
let's
like,
go.
What should we do for our 100 followers?
Strippers?
Like, oh,
I'm sorry,
okay,
what?
all right.
No.
I don't think Twitch would allow that, but I think they allow almost anything now, right? I don't know.
Yeah. We'll.
Maybe we'll do like a
We'll
live,
have
like a
event
live
or
stream.
something, yeah, like a little
We'll do
live
like a
stream
24-hour
or-
stream or something.
Yep.
Or something
That's
like that. Or
a good
we'll-
suggestion.
We'll get Solo to come in here and take his shirt off or something. You know, that's perfectly legal. A guy with his shirt off, no problem. So let's just do that. All right. Well, how was your week, guys?
It was pretty okay.
Pretty okay.
I felt like it lasted a long time
If-
this week.
This week has been almost as fast as last week.
But the closer we get through this week, the closer we get to August 20th, which is just the start of
Yes,
just
sir.
the game onslaught.
Remnants.
Because once August 20th hits, man, it's game after game.
It can be like
every
game,
week.
2 weeks later, game, 2 weeks later, game, and that's only including the ones that I like. So.
Yeah, very exciting. But for games that I've actually been playing, I've just been playing Smash like usual,
That's nice,
and
yeah.
I'm just like in anticipation for the gaming gauntlet coming up. So
refining your Inkling gameplay.
yeah, trying to get good
Yeah.
because I'm not good. So-
I mean, you're much better than average, dude.
But that's pretty much what I'm doing. What about you guys? What have you guys been up to?
I've been playing Dying Light. I finished the DLC.
Nice.
Which is super good, by the way. I highly recommend it.
All ready for Dying Light
If
2
you
in the
haven't
spring?
played it, it does give you some insight into Dying Light 2 as far as the main
Story.
character from
Oh.
Dying Light 1.
Okay,
But I'm not going to spoil anything. You got to play
True.
it.
cool.
But yeah, super cool. Highly recommend. What about you?
I haven't gotten to play anything new this week.
I've been
Been wrapping up. Yeah, we
work at home and stuff.
yeah.
I saw you posted that video. Your daughter was playing Smash
was?
God.
Yeah.
She was playing Smash last
Yeah.
night.
How was
Early,
what was
dude.
she like? How old is she?
She's 4.
So how much
No,
was
no.
she?
Is she 5 now? She's 5 now.
How much was she like understanding of the game? Or was it just like cool characters? Or
She was just doing side Smash the whole time.
right.
Yeah.
But like it's still interesting to see what kids do with how they approach a game because it's so
I set the CPU level to 1, so
Uh-huh.
they're like a punching bag. But
Mhm.
every once in a while they'll try to avoid it. But she was getting the spacing and the timing down. Like she likes to wait till they jump at her to do the side smash. So like when the hour started, she played for an hour. We had to take it away from her last night. She didn't want to put it down. She just kept like walking off the platform.
right.
By the end of the hour, she's staying on the platform and side smashing the computer. So I'm like, all right, maybe
All right.
another hour she'll be doing tilt attacks.
She'll be jumping back to platforms.
You get to turn a
and stuff,
fastball in
man.
Tech next, dude.
And she
Yeah.
picked a character that I found very intriguing. We've never played this character before. Strangely, I've never seen anybody in the office pick Rosalina and Luma.
Crazy character.
She's
I wonder
Yo.
why she picked her.
She's a
I,
good
cool,
character.
because
Like-
she's a princess with a star. Like she looked
Probably,
cool.
Yeah, a little pet, yeah.
And then like the moves that she was doing, I'm like, after we took it from her, I started playing. I'm like, yo, let me check it out. That's a pretty cool character. Like
She's wild.
She's crazy,
It's a
man.
wild
She's
character,
crazy.
she's
dude.
pretty high on the tier list too. I think number 5.
She's
in high tier.
She's pretty high tier, yeah. I would say
That's-
that she's high tier.
DeBuzz uses her.
Huh? Who?
DeBuzz.
The Buzz?
Yeah.
Unaware who that is, but thanks Eliza for putting
That's
me
cool.
on a new
It's always
character.
super
That character
interesting to
is
see. I'm always super interested to see how kids approach games because we've been playing games for so long. We know like what to do, you know.
Yeah.
But like when a new person discovers a game, it's like, what do I do? Especially a fighting game, because there's so many things.
When I
so
saw
it's very interesting.
When I saw my little girl throw that star like 5 feet away from her, and it was like shadowing her moves, and the computer was in the middle, like caught in the middle, I was just like, oh, this is so sick! Like, why have we never used this character before?
Dude.
Yeah,
So,
very cool.
Sick. Well,
Nice.
I'm charging $10 a session for lessons.
There we go, guys. FPS guys, we're actually following up on the guides part. If you want to start, private tutoring lessons for Smash Brothers or any first-person shooters,
These guys
Yeah.
right here.
yeah, this is it right here.
Between all of us, we
We're
got you covered.
We're the best in some places.
This area here.
The best in. We're definitely the best in this building. That's for damn sure.
But yeah, so that's what we've been up to.
Yeah,
Do
okay.
you wanna jump into the news? We got some juicy
Yeah,
things
let's
to
dive
talk
right
about.
into the news.
Well, wait. We have to do the intro.
Because this
Oh, right,
is FPS
that's right.
Guides.
Because-
and then intro.
Because intros are important for various reasons. Hello, good morning, and welcome, gamers. We are FPS Guides. Our goal is to bring the gaming community together with reviews, guides, news, and clutch plays. This is our weekly podcast where we bring you the latest in news, rumors, controversies, and discussions. If you like what we do here, be sure to check us out on fpsguides.com and follow us on social media. For all you listeners out there, we are now found on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Amazon Alexa, and Spotify. So if you don't like watching us because we're kind of ugly, but you like our voices, go ahead and do that.
We got some good voices.
We got some okay voices. I can somewhat sleep to my voice.
I have a good voice anyway.
We are a small but growing community comprised of gamers, both young and old, who are just passionate about gaming. If you are interested in becoming a part of this little community, or perhaps even becoming a content creator, please hit us up on our website. We would love to hear from you. Now let's go ahead and jump into the headliner. And so, should we start off with the loot box?
Yeah,
Loot
that's
box
by
thing?
far
That's
the
the
headliner.
that's the
by
big thing.
far. So basically, I'll kind of go through this story. This is from Wired, and basically what's going on is Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo put out statements about the transparency of loot boxes. So I'm going to read a little bit from this article, give you some context here as long as some quotes so we can get kind of full picture, and then we'll kind of unpack it and give you our thoughts after. So basically, they spoke to, there was a panel, an FTC panel, Federal Trade Commission, strictly about loot boxes, this panel was, and Michael Warnick, who is the chief counsel of the ESA, the Entertainment Software Association, they're the ones that control the ratings and have a hand in seeing what is acceptable for content in video games, basically. That's their job. So, this guy, Mr. Michael over here, has said that the three console makers being Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, have indicated to the ESA a commitment to new platform policies with respect to the use of paid loot boxes in games that are developed for their platforms. Saying further, this specifically would apply to new games and game updates to add loot box features, and it would require the disclosure of the relative rarity or probabilities of obtaining randomized virtual items on their platforms. Later in a press release, the ESA said the console makers are targeting 2020 for the implementation of this policy. And then even further stating, the ESA said in another press release, because it's such a big deal, I guess, said that Activision Blizzard, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, Bungie, EA, Take-Two, Ubisoft, WB, and Wizards of the Coast are all among the major publishers, or some of the major publishers, that will start disclosing loot box odds by end of 2020. What do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about that?
I figured it was.
Hold on, before, can we say that in English? Because we dropped viewers on that one. That was a mouthful. This seems like it was really important. Can you say that in English? In American English?
Basically,
I would just reread it. Oh, you mean like a synopsis?
Like
You
a
said a
layman's-
mouthful, and
okay.
You lost me after like
So
30 seconds
the
in.
big guys
Uh-huh.
in the in the industry, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo,
Yes.
are no longer going to be having complete chance loot boxes. Basically, you're gonna know the odds for your loot boxes by the end of 2020.
Okay.
Or games will not be allowed to be published on that platform.
Okay.
That's the agreement. These guys.
But I did.
are
I
like,
wanted to read it because I didn't want to summarize something that was so important. I wanted to give the actual
Gotcha.
quotes that people were saying.
That's why we're doing both. So basically, that's what they're mandating any of their developers, any games on their platform needs to show the odds of winning, whatever, to be on there. Otherwise, don't have it. If you're gonna have it, show, like sort of like the calories when you go to McDonald's and you see the menu. You see how many calories are on
Yeah, exactly.
these nuggets now. So it's gonna be like that. What are the odds of? Okay,
Yep.
makes
Man,
sense.
it's not like that affected sales or
Yeah.
anything. So it's really who's this hurting, honestly. Cool.
No, but it's good though. It's a good change for where we are now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Like it's definitely a step in the right direction. I think it's funny that it's coming. I think it's good. It's coming from the top, from the Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo level,
Right.
Because the publishers can't do anything now. It's like, oh, we don't want to do this. It's like, okay, then you're not going to be on this platform. Like,
that's it.
you're
So
screwed.
there's to it. So good luck on selling your game on.
This does
whatever
not
else.
apply to PC though.
Thanks, Vitamin J.
That's true. PC, you can still do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want on PC.
That's
It's the
still-
Wild West over
still
there.
Wild West, yeah.
I agree with what you said. It's great to come from the top down, and I like it even more that they're resolving it amongst themselves instead of relying on a government mandate to.
I think they're
Do
more
something.
afraid of the government. Maybe.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, what if we just kind of fix it real quick ourselves? Make sure it's good before the government comes in and messes everything up.
Right.
See, I was a year ago we were talking about this stuff this stuff was first being talked about, like, in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are a year later, and the big three are basically like, okay, yeah, you're right. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So here we
Yeah.
are. It's
Cool.
come full
This
circle.
this
Good
might be
stuff.
their
That's good stuff.
this might be the studios or the game. What do you call they? They're not publishers. They're not developers. What are they?
Platform holders, companies.
Because they're developers and publishers, so they're kind of all of those things.
All right, the big three. Let's say
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
The big three.
It's a good way for them to do a preemptive. Say, hey, look, we're being proactive, and
Yeah.
we're cognizant that
You
this
know-
can affect.
It fosters goodwill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what happens at the end of 2020? Next gen consoles come out.
Right.
So they're like I feel like they're kind of wiping everything. Be like, all right, next gen, new slate, new everything.
New policies, new
Which is
course
good.
of action. So
Very good.
It's interesting.
So really good news there.
Finally, we're getting towards the tail end of the whole predatory loot boxes.
Yeah, and then continuing on
surprise
with
mechanics and such.
With the loot box train, I'm gonna do this one after.
Okay.
But so Rocket League actually ditches randomized loot boxes in favor of a more transparent system. This comes to us from Nintendo Life, and this is actually really cool. So I'm gonna read you another quote here, real quick. Here at Psyonix, this is right from the developer, and Epic Games as a whole, we are dedicated to creating the best possible experience for our players all over the world. In pursuit of that goal, later this year, we will remove all paid randomized crates from Rocket League, replacing them with a system that shows the exact items you are buying in advance. So what do you guys think about that? Good?
So it's like were they getting? Was this
Basically-
was this after the news with the
This
big three?
news, the Rocket League news was, I think, a day before the headliner news I just read.
Maybe they caught wind of it and they're just trying to get ahead.
But
of the
I
game
think that's
and
really
stuff.
good because, again, if you don't have loot boxes, that's another thing you don't have for people to yell at you about.
That's definitely a pro right there. It literally is.
So now you can just go. The crates are still there. It's still a loot crate, but it's not
it's a loot crate would
randomized.
be
You'll
like
see everything that you're gonna get.
you have 10% chance of getting this skin and this skin and this.
So you're gonna see all that, which is good. And Rocket
Nice.
League, one of the biggest multiplayer games there is now, doing this will kind of I think put pressure on other games.
Other big online games with like paid.
So
content.
it looks like we're starting to see a movement away from shady loot box tactics, basically.
So very nice.
Good
'Cause
stuff.
It was
Good stuff. I like it. What do you think,
I
Sig?
think it was about time, honestly.
Pretty all right. Good move.
Yeah.
I mean, Psyonix isn't hurting for money. They were bought by Epic. Epic has more money than God, so
Coming around eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
good stuff. All right. You want
Alright.
to tell us about our
Well,
other one?
Well, in
I guess it's a topic. But
it's a topic. It is in the news. It is big.
it segues
it is
really well into the next
referencing
one.
video games and stuff. So, in the wake of the recent shootings here in the U.S., although it was a tragedy and everything, the video games have been brought up to the blame table again, this has happened many times over the past decade, and I mean, the studies have shown there's no correlation. I mean, as much as a study shows something, because we're not stupid, we understand the implications and the biases of studies and everything, but they kind of all say the same thing. So,
don't be fooled by
don't be fooled by that. Don't be a sheep.
Yeah, don't be a sheep.
This has been they've
Like
been
Walmart.
throwing this around since the beginning of video games. So, yeah. Like you don't see people who are like addicted to the farming simulator going out and starting a farm or anything. So it's not like it's not like any correlation at all.
Don't be a sheep like Walmart, because Walmart has actually fallen in this trap.
Nice segue, by the way.
By sending out a memo instructing employees to remove any signing or displays that contain violent images or aggressive behavior. So I saw this article today, and I was like, this is fake. This has to be fake. But Vice, Kotaku, and USA Today all reported on the same thing. So it's real. Because there's no way 3 of those publications are going to mess up like that. So basically, the notice instructs workers to remove demos of violent games, specifically PlayStation or Xbox units, events for combat-style or third-person shooter games, and other things scheduled in the electronics department that depict violence, as well as hunting season videos in the sports goods section. So basically, Walmart's removing signs,
Anything violent
anything
related.
violent. However, the memo has no mention of changing the store policy on selling guns or ammo in the store. So what do you guys think about that?
It's
Do you think
just-
this is
Well, that second bullet
ironic.
point is they actually stopped carrying a lot of their guns, and
yeah, but
like
when?
a year ago or maybe 2 years ago.
Okay, but they still do it. They
It-
still have some.
I forgot which type of guns that they don't sell anymore. I think they only sell
Like they don't sell the military style guns.
they never did, but they used to have like handguns. They used to have. I can't remember. I never really bought firearms from
So
Walmart.
basically, they only sell like hunting rifles and.
They
shotguns
might
and stuff
even.
now.
They might not even have them anymore. I think. Let's Google check that. But I think you can only buy ammo now. You can't even buy guns anymore.
Okay, we'll do a little quick check on that.
But this was a year ago, maybe 2 years ago.
But still, like, sending out a memo to remove violent imagery or stuff like that, like, I feel like that's too far. I feel like that's not necessary. It's too far.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? Like, just remove all advertising now? Like what's the right way? What's the next step?
It's unavoidable. It's violence, dude. It's just interesting.
Yeah, I guess Walmart is still selling guns. I don't know. I
that's-
remember reading something, and then my local Walmart's
That's just kind of
just
kind
don't
of
have the
funny.
guns
Like
anymore.
it's ironic. It's just like, all right, guys, we're just gonna not show any imagery of Call of Duty or Mortal Kombat or anything that has violence in it. Just go walk right past the guns to go see for yourself.
Like, so what do you think, Say? Do you think that's a good decision by Walmart? Do you think they're just catering? Like you're a business guy. Tell me the inner workings.
What is your 2 cents?
I don't think that the cause of these mass shootings is the video games, but you kind of have to turn a blind eye to say that it doesn't affect children's brains. Like, everything affects a child's brain. So when you're playing a game like Fortnite and you're shooting at each other, and the point of the game is to eliminate everybody else on the field, that's playing with the psyche on the mind, and we can't really. I don't think we understand the repercussions of that yet completely. Here's what I'm gonna unpack that for a little bit. My 10-year-old, as you guys know, he's a fan of Fortnite, as like all 10-year-old kids right now, and he never had any interest in guns before Fortnite, right? But since as he got into the game, now he's got an interest into like the different types of guns. Like, we're watching a movie, he's calling out, oh, that's an SMG, oh, that's a combat shotgun, oh, that's a yada yada yada, whatever. And then yesterday he asked me, he goes, Dad, what's an RPG stand for? I said, it's a rocket propelled grenade. And he goes, oh, have you ever shot one? I said, no.
I'm not a military kid.
I was like, no. I was like,
damn.
But I think it'd be cool if
That'd
there
be
was
cool.
a place you can
Yeah.
go to and safely, try one out. And he goes, And I asked him, would you like to? He goes, yeah.
Yeah.
But and this is, and I don't know if it's because of the age, but I think it's more because of the games. He sees them in the games. He sees how effective an RPG is. With an RPG, you don't need to be accurate. You just gotta shoot where they're hiding at, and
That's it.
yeah, and then the mission accomplished.
Well,
So
You know, as he grows up, he has more grown-up interests, I guess.
yes, exactly. There's a lot of factors involved, but to say that video games don't affect a violent mind, to maybe influence, push them maybe a little bit more aggressively, I would have had a different opinion 10 years ago or before I had kids, but now that I am the curator, I am the filter of what goes into my children's minds, I'm kind of much more sensitive to things that could, because I don't know if it will or not, but if it could, which is why he's not allowed to stream. I don't know if there's going to be stalkers or pedophiles watching him, but they could, so therefore he's not.
Hi, stalkers and pedophiles.
You understand what I mean?
Well, that's weird.
Please follow.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is that sensible?
It does make sense.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, to say that there was absolutely no connection whatsoever, I mean, that hasn't been proven. I mean, that technically hasn't been proven at all. It's just been supported by studies. But, I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a possibility.
When me and my brothers were younger, after we watch an episode of Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers, we're going out there doing spinning heel kicks, and I can still do one today from watching the Red Ranger do it.
Just joined at a weird
True,
moment. Yes,
true.
you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah, I could still.
What's up? What's up?
And we did that because of what we saw on TV, and I think, and that's just a
That's not
passive.
even interactive.
That's not even interactive. I'm
at
just
all.
watching it. Now, if you're actually engaging in, I mean, that would, and we were just doing spinning heel kicks. Obviously, we weren't. But I'm
Let's
just
go
saying.
get a gun.
I mean, I know what you're talking about. I mean, I know when me and my boys watch Dragon Ball
Long's
Z.
like, prove it.
When me and my boys watch Dragon Ball Z, we were literally outside, like, trying to do Kamehamehas into the sky and stuff, so... Yeah.
He'll do
Yeah,
a
that's
spinning
talking
heel
about.
kick
Yeah.
off the table for the 100th follower.
Oh, so you were doing the Kamehamehas.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Hadoukens, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We see it and we'll do it. Now imagine
Like,
like you're
let's go.
playing it. So the more now I'm not saying like a rational mind will know, like, hey, don't do this. But an irrational mind, that might something like that might
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
the little straw that broke the camel's back to push him over the edge. And that's the dangerous one. Not the 99.99% that it's kind of they can tolerate. Their mind can tolerate that. It's that one person
So-
to really screw it up.
So what do? You just get rid of everything for 1% of the population? What do you do? Yeah, it's tough, man. There's no answer. There's
it's
no
kind of
real answer.
Unsolvable right now.
Hey guys, welcome to
What's up, everybody?
Put it up!
No,
Put it up!
no. Okay, fine.
Click it!
Okay, fine.
We do. So if everyone's listening,
Guys, welcome to
this guy,
to the channel. We got our friend Vitamin J. He makes memes for us. That's not me. That's a meme.
Damn, Sig, you look good there.
So
Oh, Vitamin J is just coming in hot this morning.
Coming in hot.
Loving it.
All right, so
that's a good question. Do they do?
no.
Do they cause violence and stuff?
No, like what's the play here? Do you because
Nothing.
of that one that 0.001% of the audience that can affect everybody's life? I mean, do you change the rules because of that? I don't know.
No.
I don't
I
know.
would say no. But that's just my opinion there.
Omega lull. There it is. There it is. Yeah, the
Enigma
office
says no.
learned about lull today.
I agree. I agree with you, my friend.
What? He says no.
He says no.
No to
So
being correlation there.
So what do you do? So yeah, you have that 1%, but you can have that for anything, Like people can be mad about anything. So they're mad about, showing violence in video games or stuff like that. Now we're going to talk about a story where the 1% of the population is mad at this development team for taking a deal. Like, do you cater to the mass or do you do what you think is right? Like, it's the same situation. Like, what do? You do what is best for everyone mainly.
So these new TSA requirements when you go into the airport, do you? Asian
Say,
Barbie said
let's
that.
talk about TSA. Yeah.
There you go. That's
Oh,
it.
what's up,
Asian
everybody?
Barbie, we think alike. There we go. How do you feel about that? Pre 9/11, it was much less stringent.
Just get on the plane, dude. It's easy.
Right. Now it's super strict because of that 0.01. It might be even less than 0.01%. 0.01% means 1 in 1,000 wants to bring the plane down.
0.001.
Point. Yeah. All right. 1 in a million wants to bring the plane down. I think that it's even less than that. But I love these rules. I love every rule that they add. These body scanners, the 360.
Yeah,
I
but
love
will you
it.
want that everywhere? Because we'll eventually get to that point. It'll be
It's
like The
already in,
Simpsons
like,
nailed it, dude. If you
some
go back and watch The
schools.
Simpsons in the earlier seasons, they literally have Springfield
I
High
would-
School with barbed wire and snipers everywhere. And that was in the 90s.
I went to a school, PS 151 in Queens, when I was in 2nd grade. They had a metal detector when you go into the main entrances. I mean, there were 2 entrances.
Did you feel like
No.
this is a warm and fuzzy safe place?
No, I don't mind that. It might be a thing of culture. Like when you go into a fast food joint in the Philippines, like we have a Jollibee. It's similar to McDonald's. You walk in and then there's a dude with a shotgun at the door, just in case anybody tries to think about acting a fool.
Okay,
Like
I mean, but that is the Philippines, though.
I understand, but that's why I'm saying I'm coming from a different perspective.
Okay.
Like there are crazed people out there. There are. You can't say that there aren't. There are, and should you change the rules for that extreme minority of the crazy people? And I kind of think, yeah, you have a pass on that.
In some cases.
In some cases.
I feel like, I mean... Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, in some cases, like the TSA, like, yeah, I mean, that... Since that's been implemented, I'm sure that's probably stopped, like, things from happening. So, yeah, that was a legitimate...
So you would be okay
Change
with
of
like metal
concerns,
detectors
but-
everywhere you go?
But in getting to that point...
When have you ever been upset going through a metal detector? Tell me.
don't-
I haven't
just
been in
don't
a
like
place
lines.
where a metal detector was unwarranted.
So has there been a time where you went into a metal detector and said, "Oh, I can't believe there's metal detectors here"? Has that ever happened to you ever?
Yes.
When?
I was in Atlantic City when I was swimming back in high school. And
Okay.
we went to a swim meet in Atlantic City,
Okay.
and we went through metal detectors there. And I was like, why is this here? This is weird.
Okay. Yeah, I've never felt that. Every time that I've went through a security checkpoint of any time, I'm like,
Wait, are this legit? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
because it's a security checkpoint. It's like at the airport, or
Yeah.
that's.
Hey, thanks for
my
jumping
only
in, guys.
experiences,
We're
you know?
talking currently about
violence video games
violence, video games, the correlation,
and the clampdown.
and the clampdown, and we're having a little discussion right now.
I'm gonna go to Walmart and be like, I can't handle this. I can't handle this video game violence. And they're gonna be like, wait, are you serious? And I'll be like, no, but this is everyone in America right
Oh
now.
my god.
Again, a lot of what I'm saying is going through I have my dad hat on, right?
Yeah.
I might have had a complete set of different opinions.
But that's
Pre-kids.
why. Well, we need that other.
Yeah, it kind of
view.
changes you. It really changes. Your perspective on things. Like my kid's gonna be going to a new school this upcoming year, and we're in a pretty good neighborhood. But if they decided preemptively, hey, we're just gonna have like guards now, just so if anybody thinks about it, because no one expected it at the schools that it happened at.
Right.
I'd be totally cool with it. Cool, let's go. You know, you need a donation? Yeah, sure. To pay for the guard? Yeah, let's go. You want what do you call it, metal detectors? Let's go for it. I'm all for it, because I know that there are that segment of the
Right.
crazy population out there, and my kids are there, bro. Like, okay, let's do it.
Just being a fuck.
Why isn't there a guard already? You know, I'm just like, yeah, it may make people feel uncomfortable. Like, oh, why do you have this? Is there something I should be worried about? Well, yeah, but look,
The world.
look at the news.
The world.
Yeah, that's what you should be worried about. That's why we have a guard there. I don't care how you feel about it. Like, protect my kids. That's
Interesting.
That's the dad hat.
Okay, that's fine. That's a different
Yeah,
view that
I mean-
that either of us can't have because we're not that yet. So, Yeah,
All
different
right.
view.
But yeah, I agree, Enigma. They're looking for scapegoats. There's just they just want an answer, not necessarily the answer or a good answer. Just
That's
an answer.
I don't know if you guys have seen. I know you've seen Chernobyl, and I don't know if you watched it yet, Sig, but there's a very good line in there. It's not a spoiler or anything. It's like when the villain is revealed, the truth is also revealed. Pretty much, it's like when you have a story that matches, that's the truth. Basically, is what the line says. It's very relevant to pretty much everything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You should
so
see that.
that's our opinion on
Yeah,
that.
if you haven't watched it, you should watch that. But yeah, Vitamin J's got a question.
What's
Says,
up?
my question is, can any of you crush an apple just squeezing it with one hand?
No. Can you
Maybe.
You
do
know what? I never
A
tried
super
it.
ripe
You know
apple.
what? I don't know, dude.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
I don't think
Overly
I can.
ripe apple.
I don't think
Never
I can.
tried. You know what I mean? I
A
can't
random
say I
measure.
can. So at this point, it's undetermined.
New viewers, welcome to the channel.
What's
Thank
up,
you for
everybody?
joining in. We were just talking about the violence of video games, and if you like the topic,
Crushing apples.
feel free to put your thoughts on the chat. And if you don't like the topic, feel free to steer us in another direction. But
Yeah,
welcome.
we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
Yep.
And if you can crush an apple with your bare hands, please follow and subscribe.
Yes. So let's see. I guess we could talk about how much time we got here. 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was a fat detour. I mean,
Uh,
I guess we were talking about the subject at hand.
we could talk about. I don't really want to talk about the Ooblets people. We can mention it briefly, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Brief story. Epic Games is commenting on the developer harassment. For those of you who don't know, some indie developers and some larger developers who have exclusive deals with Epic Games' new game launcher. People are getting pretty upset because it's the internet and people are ridiculous, and they're actually issuing like death threats and stuff to these people's
Rape
houses.
threats too.
Like, okay, wow. Okay.
Yeah. It was bad.
Dude, this
dude.
is demented, dude. And mind you, the creator of this game, where this has kind of started ramping up recently, this game being called Ooblets, which is like a pretty anticipated indie
It's like,
title.
it's like a cute
kinda like a
little
farming
family
kind of a
friendly
thing.
Stardew Valley
It looks-
Pokemon
it looks
game.
cute, but
Like,
this is fairly anticipated in the PC community. Keep in mind, this is a married couple who had to take out like an extra mortgage on their house so they can pay for this passion project. Like, this is something that they invested a lot of time and money into. And so when Epic comes up to them and was like, all right, well, here's a little deal. We'll pay whatever your expected income is from this game up front. So you guys know you're going to get your money. So they were like, yeah, because any sane person who has intelligence greater than a wet mop would do the same.
agreed.
So, but the internet is the internet, and they're like, oh, there's, they're this is anti-gamer, anti-consumer. Like, shut the hell up, dude. This is just how it is, man. This people want money. They put a lot of time and money into this game to make it happen. I would do the exact same thing, and if you say you wouldn't do the exact same thing,
You're a liar.
You're either a liar or a schmuck.
And Epic actually came out with a statement saying, hey, basically I'm paraphrasing here, they said, do not attack the developers, attack us. We can take it, we made this deal, we can take it. This married couple should not have to go through this. Like, this is very
So, you know.
upsetting. Can you imagine? You're just like, oh, we're so close to getting this game out. People are going to love this thing. Oh, we got this deal. Now we can focus on creating the game, make it perfect the way we want, and people just crap all over you because they think you're a sellout.
It's like kind of sellout, just like Killalos said. Thanks, Killalos for parroting the popular opinion. So yes, people think that they're complete sellouts, but there's some people trying to make a game, dude. Like, I'm sorry, but there's a business aspect to making a game. It's not an art.
Don't send threats to people. Like,
Yeah, and don't threaten
come
people.
on.
It's a game. Get over it, Jesus.
Yeah. You know who should send threats? GameStop. They should send threats.
Yeah.
Because they're going out of business.
Yeah, nice segue. Talk more about it.
GameStop is trying to save themselves by repurposing their stores, repurposing air quotes, to be more esports and retro focused. Do you think this will work? This is courtesy of Forbes, by the way. You can go there and look it up. But do you think this plan will work?
Possibly. There isn't really.
Possibly. What do you think?
There's not really a chain or like a large business that hosts these kinds of things, right? They're usually like little mom and pop shops that do that. So I guess with the power and influence of GameStop, they would be able to pull it off at a better scale, like a larger scale.
Probably won't work, but smart. I agree.
At least they're doing something, you know. It's like what they're doing right now is not working. So
I think
they
going
gotta
the
do
esports route will help because if you're in a look at it, you're in a mall. Usually, GameStop is usually in a mall or a strip mall, and be like, hey, come over here, compete in this esport event, get like half off the meal in the restaurant next to you, or go grab a
Yeah.
beer. Like they can do deals more if you have the incentive
Or
for
they
people
can
to
do
come
it even
in.
just like if you win, you can get 20% off your next GameStop purchase.
Yeah, there you go. That would
There
be
you go.
perfect. That would totally
Even
incentivize
deals.
people.
If you win, you get one free game with the price of $40 or less.
Yeah, or
There
like
it is.
go to the clearance aisle and pick out a game right there.
I got some
Like,
stuff, dude.
There's
So-
definitely potential here. What do
Yeah.
you think, Sig? Do you think it's a
Small-
good
small
idea?
tournaments. Of course. I mean, you follow the money. You're a business, right? You follow the money. Where's the money at in gaming? The money
Streams.
is at
esports.
esports and streams. They should also have stream studios where people could just pay by the hour to stream, because a lot of people can't afford to spend $2,000 on a setup and figure it out. They still got to figure out. You've learned
Yeah.
recently how to set up OBS. and-
Everything.
and how frustrating was that?
It's
I mean,
It's
and
annoying.
you're a techie person. What about all the people who aren't as techie as you, but they want to stream? If they have streams, the money's in streams. The money's in esports. That 16-year-old who made $3 million. I mean, the writing is on the wall. Nobody's buying hard copies anymore.
You could have
You gotta run away from that model
you
and
could
go
have-
into what's making money.
like there's a place by me where I live on the East Coast called Longboard House, and there's like,
Yeah.
yo, on every day of the week or every Tuesday or whatever, we'll host like lessons of this thing.
Yeah.
They should do that as well.
And if I was the CEO of GameStop, I'd go to Epic.
Stream
I'd
license.
make a deal with EA, Epic, all
Everybody.
these big publishers, and I'll say offer the opposite of loot boxes, like actual hard,
Like prizes.
tangible boxes, like items that they gotta go into the store and buy, like, and make it something that it has to be that.
Are you
know
talking
what I
about like, selling more like merchandise and less actual
mean? But
copies
game
and
related,
stuff?
like
Well,
imagine
yeah.
an item that you have to
Yeah.
go into it's a GameStop exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny you say that
Right.
because that's one of GameStop's bigger things right now is their merchandise they do sell. So they
What was
would
that
probably-
samurai game that you guys played, where you got the envelope, the envelope
Oh,
opener?
Sekiro?
Sekiro, yeah, Sekiro.
That cool little
The
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
samurai
Sword.
Uh-huh.
little opener, yeah.
Right. So imagine if you wanted to get this GameStop exclusive sword, where you got to go to GameStop and buy it.
Or
And in addition to the sword in the game, they give you like a model of the sword. Like people would buy the crap out of that.
especially they should coincide, do that, but with new season of Fortnite launching, come to GameStop, exclusive skin. If you
Right.
Come to GameStop.
I mean, these are the deals that need to
Boom.
cut. That's where just follow the money. Loot boxes, or what do you call it? Swag, game swag, tournaments, and streams.
Yeah, just like host, like, hey, we'll teach you how to stream. Come here for like 2 hours or
Yeah.
whatever, and
Basically,
we'll teach you.
Them selling their games should be like the secondary objective.
Yes.
Like
They
as
should
far
be
as
more
selling
of like
game
a-
copies. It should be more like selling their merchandise.
Like how a comic book
their
shop
events.
used to be, you know? Just like you go in there and you chill. Maybe you meet people that like have the
Yeah.
same interests. You talk to the person on the desk, be like, yo, man, what are you into right now? Like, it should be more of a comfortable setting. I
It'd
think.
be more like a tabletop like game store where like you go in there and there's already a bunch of tables set up and people playing. Got people there
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
Dungeons and
that would be super
Dragons,
enticing.
People there playing Settlers of Catan, you know. So
There's a local store around here called Coliseum of Comics. They start off with a small little, tiny
seen
little
them.
store
I've seen
here
them
in
around.
Main Street,
I've seen
in
that.
Main Street, downtown Kissimmee, and then they moved to a bigger plaza near the Japanese place that we eat for lunch before.
Mhm.
And they outgrew that space into an even larger space. They just kept growing and growing because they hosted little small tournaments. Like
definitely.
every day there was a
Yeah.
tournament.
Oh yeah.
People
Like
look for it,
the
dude.
the card games, the Magic the Gathering,
Yeah.
all that stuff. They had a lot of these little mini tournaments, and they would just pack the joint.
Yeah, that's definitely what they should do.
And it
And
would
then
have-
combine that with deals with
Yeah.
places around.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I feel like it would have more weight to it, you know, as opposed to like, oh, you won a tournament at some like random bar,
Yeah.
as opposed to like, oh, you know, I won 3 GameStop tournaments, you know, like I just feel like it would carry even more weight because it's an actual reputable name and not like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Man,
oh,
that's a
this
good
random
idea. We should
bar,
write a
so-
letter to games. Actually, they would just take it and then take all our ideas and
Dang,
not
and
pay
they,
us.
they could have
Ugh.
like a bigger tournament, like the champions from each GameStop location. They could pit them up to find a GameStop champion.
Yeah, have like
They could
yeah,
have,
be like
have like regional,
The
they have
Kissimmee
regional
GameStop
champs,
champion.
national champs,
That's
international
sick.
champs.
Yeah, that's
dude.
sick, dude.
GameStop can have their own tournament, dude. Yeah, GameStop. I know you're listening. Just do it.
Malls are emptying, they can get a large space and bring people back to the malls as well. Yep.
perfect.
Be a large
Absolutely.
space, bring people back to the malls. Boom, there it is.
Good ideas all around.
Moving on.
All right, let's see, we got about 20-ish minutes here.
We could do this.
Some of this rapid fire news we can cover.
We could do this.
Some of them are definitely more interesting than others.
Definitely. Let's see. EVO 2019 happened last Friday, ended on Sunday, happened in Las Vegas. This is one of the biggest fighting game tournaments of the year. You have games like Smash Ultimate, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Mortal Kombat 11, Samurai Showdown, Tekken 7,
Street Fighter 5, and then you have the last one that no one knows.
The other couple that
it's like
well,
Under
actually,
Moon
one of them-
Night something
one of them-
Japanese, like it's really crazy.
there was actually another one. There was also the BlazBlue cross battle, whatever. But that one's also like
Yeah, so
But
basically,
yeah, but those are the big ones people actually care about, you know.
yeah.
So,
I just watched the Smash one because I'm a Smash fan,
yeah,
obviously.
I watched the Smash one and I watched some of the Dragon Ball FighterZ one, and yeah, people in the Dragon Ball FighterZ one, like there were tears and stuff when the guy won. It was, and of course MKLeo won the Smash Ultimate tournament because you know he's
He's a
literally
god.
he's a god. So
Hats
if
off
you
to
haven't
them.
watched that, watch it. It's cool, man. If you like fighting games, check it out. Moving on, you want to talk about this Microsoft?
Oh
one?
yeah, Microsoft shows off limited edition Gears 5 themed Xbox One X console. It looks sick, by the way. I don't know if
It
you guys
is
have
pretty-
seen
it
it.
is
I think you
very
should pull it up.
pretty.
Sick. It
Xbox
looks
One
sick,
X.
The
dude.
Gears 5 Xbox One X.
So basically, it kind of has like an ice look. So it's like the Gears logo is encased in ice, and the controller is also very, very cool. Ugh. I think Stig's
That
gonna
is nice looking.
pull it up.
Yep.
Yo, that's it.
That's it right there.
It looks sick. Just gonna pull it up on
Very
the screen
cool.
behind us so everyone can see. And let us know your opinions on it. Would you like it better if it was maybe red, like the other Gears?
I think the old one was like black and red or something.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
It's cool.
Sick? Looks cool.
It looks
Looks
it
neat,
very
man.
cool.
And it comes with all Gears.
It comes with
And
every
Gears 5.
Gears game, every single one. So you'll have Gears 5 Ultimate Edition coming with that, and then you got Gears 1 through 4. So if you're trying to like grab a friend or whatever, be like, "Yo, dude, Gears coming out." You can play all of them, then jump right into 5.
There it is.
And it's costs $500, which, to be honest, that's pretty fair, I think, because you're getting a lot of content, and it is a limited edition console. It looks very cool. I really, really like it.
Moving on. Anthem. There was the Anthem's Cataclysm event went live this week. So
Man, when's the last time we
adding
talked
some
about
new
that game?
content. I think it's been like a couple months or something.
Good.
So yeah, Anthem Cataclysm event. It's like their big raid style event or something along those lines. But unfortunately, it ended up being a lot more of the same according to reviews, and it isn't really worth getting back into Anthem. So that's a shame.
Man, they just can't get a break.
They just can't get a break. Yeah, I mean they're
Sucks to suck.
They said they were still gonna. Last time we talked about Anthem, I think they said they were still gonna try and make Anthem an actual game like the people want to play. But the thing is it's still just as kind of shallow as the main game was, and people aren't really impressed at all by it. So sorry, man. It's one of those games, man. It had high hopes, looked great, cool concept. All the cards fit, and it just was not delivered properly.
Just this shot, the
Looks
game
so
should be
cool,
cool.
Look at
dude.
that.
It
Like,
should be cool.
Like, you look at that, like, holy crap, that's super cool, man. And then, like, you play it, and, like, there's nothing here. Like, that's it. That's the game. Like, just imagine that, and them moving around.
Your
That's the
imagination,
game.
your imagination is a way better game than that.
Yeah.
So
It's
Yeah, that's
it's
funny.
sad. We don't want to knock on people who like Anthem. If you like Anthem, more power to you. If you like whatever game and we don't like it, to each their own, man. We're just saying that we think that it could have been done much better.
I mean, yeah, you like Anthem, you're into sports games, you like sports games. You like COD, you're into COD. Especially this new one, you should be really, really looking forward
Just on
to.
point with those segments today.
I'm trying really hard.
I know, it's really
I'm thinking about it.
fun.
I'm thinking about it. Basically, more details on Call of Duty Modern Warfare have been revealed, especially the Ground War mode, which is kind of taking a page out of Battlefield's book. I know you like Battlefield, right, Sig?
Yeah.
So this might interest you, actually. I don't know if are you into Call of Duty at all, since you like Battlefield? Or did you kind of stay in the Battlefield camp?
I only discovered console like within the year, so I've always been a PC guy.
You're
I've never
still-
played any of the Call of Duties.
You're still,
Oh, okay,
you're
that's
still
true,
a little
because-
behind the.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But basically, Ground War mode is a gigantic domination map that has 5 control points spread across the map. So there's different types of land and air vehicles. You can spawn in any control point or any vehicle that is team controlled. So like if we're on a team, if we're all of us are on a team and you know JD's driving a bike or whatever and then Sig's flying a helicopter, I can spawn into those vehicles.
Yeah.
Which is super cool, by the way.
So they basically just took Battlefield and just popped it in the COD.
And player counts will
Basically.
be 100 plus at launch, split into 2 teams. So it's a giant team base.
Dang.
So like 50v50, 60v60 maybe. We'll see. But there will be dedicated multiplayer servers, which is super cool. So hopefully the performance will be very good.
That would be cool.
Does that interest you at all, that ground war mode, Sig?
Honestly, Call of Duty hasn't interested me in years, but this one does.
This Call of Duty is very
This
interesting
one
to
does.
me.
Like,
That mode
I
is very
literally-
interesting. 2v2 gunfight is very interesting. The campaign, I'm hearing very good things about, but I'm hearing it's like Last of Us level emotion, which
Wow.
is like the top level you can get pretty much.
I really like how this game is looking.
This game
Yeah.
looks cool.
So
Like-
very into it. Comes out October 25th, I think. So look into that. It's crossplay, fully crossplay. So check it out.
It's gonna be sick, dude. I'm totally getting that game.
Fully crossplay?
Fully crossplay,
Sweet.
except for Switch, obviously. Cause I
Yeah,
mean, come on,
because it's Switch, you know.
seriously.
But they actually are going to be separating the console and the
Well,
PC.
you can, but
by
if you're
choice. By choice.
yeah, by choice. So if Long, you know how Long doesn't want to like play games with anybody, so he can play on Xbox, and
What's up, Lon?
we can play on PC. So like he can opt in to play with us. So that's super cool. Super
Very
cool.
neat. Moving on, we have a little information about Death Stranding. Hideo Kojima is the creator. Will premiere an exclusive look at Death Stranding, according to Geoff Keighley, who's Jeff. I'm sorry. Yes,
British.
yes, Jeff Keighley, who is the host of the pre-conference live stream
That'll be
for Gamescom.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Which
Gamescom
coming
is
up this
2 weeks
24th
away.
or something like that.
Oh, I think you got a question in the chat here that I can't read at all.
You think mouse and keyboard will have
Yes,
an advantage
always,
against console
forever.
players? I think when it comes to shooters,
Always.
I think there's. It's generally easier to fine tune click on something like that where it comes to like just using a joystick. And the reason that I always thought of is when you're using a joystick and you push the stick over, you move or you pan at a constant rate. And you can change that rate by going into the settings and manually changing the sensitivity, but you're basically saying you'll be at that rate every time you turn. Whereas with a mouse and keyboard, I mean, you can flick it, you can gently move it, and it changes the whole ball
The
game.
speed. The speed.
It-
of
this
the
is the
rest-
speed,
of the
and
view.
then it's the whole aspect of having, I mean, your brain being the control system for the mouse. I mean,
You can.
it's-
It'd be good if you can filter. You can filter. So there's
Yeah.
like a little box you could check. Be like, I think it's. I don't know what the box is gonna be or say. It'll probably be like play with PC players or something
Yeah,
like that,
right,
or cross play with
But
PC.
there
Check
will
on
be-
check. So
That's cool.
You-
That's
you-
cool because
you
if you
can
don't want to
limit it,
be
yeah.
if you don't want to be handicapped by
Yeah.
playing against people with better gear or an
Or
advantage,
mouse
an
and keyboard,
interface
yeah.
advantage, that's cool. But you also don't want to, because even if you had to have no filter, like either have it or don't have it, I think that's a small price to pay to be able to play with your friends.
yeah, exactly.
Unless you're competitive, then you
But if
wouldn't
you're
care.
competitive,
if
if
you're
you're
on the highest,
you
better,
have friends
yeah.
that are also
Right.
competitive, probably.
yeah.
So
Being able to play with your friends is the
So-
ultimate. So
yeah.
I mean,
Do you guys
that's
think
pretty
cross play or cross progression is more important?
crossplay.
Cross play, yeah, I
Crossplay
agree
is
as
more
well.
important.
I mean, yeah, cross play would be more important as far as making your game more accessible. But cross progression is definitely like super big when it comes to games that have a bunch of progression, like Fortnite or something like that.
Like when Destiny 2 comes out
Yeah.
for free later in October.
Wait, I just realized before I was about to switch the screen in the background. That character is in The Walking Dead.
That's Norman Reedus.
That's Norman
dude.
Reedus, yeah.
That's literally
This is a
that's literally
star-studded
Norman
game,
Reedus.
dude. Norman Reedus is in here. Mads Mikkelsen is in here. Lindsay Wagner's in there. Other stars that I can't name right now.
Just like
Margaret
how Keanu
Qualley
Reeves
is in
is
here.
in.
So, like, is he getting? Obviously, he's getting.
yeah.
Wait, is he getting
Cyberpunk.
paid? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course, he's
Yeah.
getting paid.
He's getting paid buttloads.
Oh, that's
dude.
crazy.
Does that interest you now? Are you interested in the game?
Not because of him, but what I find interesting is the fact that they're using
It's
actors
peaked.
now into.
It's peaked.
Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
peaked. It is super cool. Like, I remember that I first saw that with like, God, it was like on one of those Call of Duty games. It was like, oh,
Was
dude,
it Infinite
It
Warfare?
was Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. Or Advanced Warfare. It's one of those.
Yeah,
two.
yeah. I was like, oh my God, that's literally Kevin Spacey, dude. Like, he was in the game. He was like, yeah, I'm the CEO. He was basically his character from the politics one. I forgot.
House of Cards.
House of
Yeah,
Cards.
Yeah, that one.
But basically,
Basically,
they
yes.
super regretted that because Kevin Spacey's career is now over.
He was Frank Underwood in that game.
No, he wasn't
Oh.
Frank Underwood. But I'm saying he played basically the same character. You know,
Like,
Frank
basically.
Underwood was like
Right.
this really powerful person who,
Yeah.
you know, was any means necessary kind of guy. Is the same kind of can't say.
Do you like having movie stars? Like, do you like having stars kind of converge here? Like, there's more movie stars doing games. There's some game stars that are starting to do movies. Like, do you think it's kind of legitimizing gaming as like a adult medium
it's like
now?
little entertainment and
Yeah, I
like a
think so.
legitimate media.
Because like there's better acting and writing in God of War than there is in most movies.
Easily.
So like
Easily, I'll argue with that all day.
Talent follows the money, man.
that's
Follow the
true.
money.
That's true.
And actually, following up on this thing on Death Stranding, this is a rumor, by the way, but coincidentally, after this this thing from Hideo Kojima, Death Stranding is no longer listed as a PlayStation exclusive on PlayStation's website.
That's true. And there
So-
also is a rumor that there's going to be a PC version shortly after release of PlayStation.
You know, and Hideo Kojima did say that this was like this game. They were trying to make a game that no one else has made before. It's gonna be so new and different, and it's just gonna be a whole new genre. You know, why would you limit that to one platform, right? So
That guy just looks like
look at that guy.
he just looks insane, dude.
Whenever you said his name, I just imagined this samurai like looking badass. So I kind of had to look up who's this Hideo Kojima dude, and this is the dude right here.
He's like a god in the video
Samurai.
game industry.
He's not a samurai. I thought
No.
he was a samurai. I thought he was
no.
a samurai. My bad.
A
No.
modern day samurai.
He's a gaming samurai.
Daniel
But yeah, so Death Stranding just looking more interesting by the day. Moving on.
Let's see. We got like what 10-ish minutes here.
We could talk about.
So you can kind of pick and choose what you want to talk about.
that. All right, WWE and Brawlhalla are having a crossover event. Let's go.
I never thought I would see that ever. Brawlhalla.
With the whole
Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you know what Brawlhalla is. Like,
you know, with
Pass,
whole
yeah, I agree.
WWE's SummerSlam event coming up. There's and
Hey, look,
this
there's
is actually
Oscar
from Brawlhalla's official website. They're adding in Dwayne the Rock Johnson, John Cena, and those two other people. So who cares?
that's
John
just
Cena's
Xavier
in it.
Woods. I know that because he's a fan of the podcast that I listen to. So
And who's the
I have no idea.
wrestler on the left?
It doesn't matter. That's John
Who
Cena.
cares?
Moving on. It's John Cena.
That should be our theme song now.
Pretty
Oh,
exciting.
copyright.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so if you play that, I guess cool, have fun.
If you play that, I'm really interested. How?
Yeah, why? Also, do you play it?
It's like, do you not have
Kilolo said
a
coffee?
Switch?
Is that coffee? Is that the wrestler?
Kofi? Coffee? I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
I don't know wrestlers.
I wanna
don't know wrestlers.
When you like hum the tune, like I can't get out of my head. I gotta play it. So.
We're gonna talk over it so we don't get in trouble.
We're gonna talk over it. So, moving on. Apex Legends will be getting a new solo mode for limited time, 8/13 to 8/27. That's gonna be
that's a test,
next
baby, to
week,
see if they can
so
compete with Fortnite. That's what that
see
is.
what it is. You
That's
know,
a straight test.
my
right
actual
there.
first game in Apex was solo because I started the game and then two guys DC'd. So it's possible.
It's fun too. Apex is fun.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Yo, if NASA busted through the store and started rapping right now, I would die. I would start laughing. This is it, man. This is it.
All right, so we do not own the rights to this song or the rights to even play this song.
Do you think Apex will increase to 4-player teams? Yeah, I think they'll mess around with it.
I think so. I mean,
I
they
think
have
they'll
the
mess around with
3-player
it.
teams. They'll probably have like, I have this event with the 1-player team.
I think
so I'll have,
Apex
like,
will
a 4-player
spike
and stuff.
when they add Titans, because I think they will.
Then they're gonna add Titans.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think what they should do to mitigate like the advantage is to have say just we'll take 100 players just for math.
Yeah.
50 of them go down, right? And you get the halfway point, and then
Titan spawn.
yeah, it's like all the Titans then spawn at the halfway
Whoa.
point. That would be cool, I think.
You know what actually was funny about that is Titanfall has actually been trending on Twitter because of the mechs that they added in Fortnite, which they jacked from Titanfall.
That's how you know a game is really good. When another big game is jacking your IP.
Dude, it was like, oh man, giant mechs, this is so cool. What's Titanfall?
So are those rumors that mechs and the increased player size, team size will?
Those are speculations.
Those are super speculation.
Oh.
speculations.
There hasn't been any.
The
It would be cool,
the one
though.
player is legit. That they are adding a solo event
Oh,
for like
okay.
one solo. Because right now it's three
Right,
person teams, and
right.
you can only go 3-person teams unless
Okay.
you're like me and get your teammates DC and you're by
Okay.
yourself. So, little other information. What else we got here? Borderlands 3. If you're excited about that and you have a PlayStation Pro, you will be able to prioritize graphics or frame rate. You will have the choice.
Nice.
So, welcome to owning a PC, I guess.
Do you do you think that choice will be standard next gen?
I think so. I think so.
I think it should be.
I think it should be. Like, are you team 4K or are you team FPS, man? What's up? I'm team FPS.
FPS.
I'm team
FPS.
FPS.
Life.
Not just because of that.
There are some games though that I will play resolution.
If it's
over.
a really pretty game,
like
if I'm Forza or something like that,
like Dark Souls or Bloodborne or something, where it's not frame heavy, I don't need to be seeing the best
Right.
movement in a
Mhm.
game that isn't like a fast-paced game.
Right.
So kind of a third-person action game. Yeah, I'll go frame rate. Or I'm sorry, resolution. Like when I got the
Yeah.
PS4 Pro and I played God of War, I was like, all right, let's try it at frame rate. And I was like, damn, this looks smooth, man. This is good.
Yeah.
But I tried a resolution. I was like, whoa.
like
Kratos is distracting me right now. Like,
That deep voice you did, that was
kind of
cool.
games, yeah.
You should do that more.
what the whoa?
I don't know. I can't even. You, whatever you did. That
Yeah, I was like,
So
whoa.
should we start having acts now? We'll start having
just have deep voices.
we'll
Kind
have
of
we'll
like.
have voices and stuff. How like
I don't know. Lon said I had a nice voice over the phone. Maybe he was just trying to give me a compliment or butter
Yeah.
me up. I don't know.
That is a cool toggle though. FPS or graphics.
Yeah, I like it. I think
Yeah.
it'll be standard next gen.
it's neat.
I would
It's a cool addition.
use the graphics screen.
24-hour stream question mark?
Yeah, tomorrow. Let's go.
We doing one?
What?
We doing a 24-hour stream?
We're doing a 24-hour stream. That will be the 100 followers.
That will be the 100th. That will be the celebration for the 100th follower.
How soon? How
So go
soon-
tell your
how
whenever we
soon
get to
can you
100
get
followers. So
45
go tell your
people to follow
friends.
us?
Go tell your friends so we can
That's
do it.
what we'll do.
And we will take, what you.
Okay, new call. There it is. Thanks.
We'll
Zach.
take whatever game, we'll take the community raised game. It's gotta be a serious game though, not like I'm not gonna be sitting there
Yeah.
and playing Clash of
Well,
Clans
we're
for
playing
24
just
hours.
One game
man.
for 24
Like,
hours, but just whatever games you want to see us play, we'll play.
Real people, 45 real
Get 45 real
people.
people
I
to
still
follow.
feel
them.
I feel bad about that. They were real people.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, sorry for calling you out for following us and thinking that you were a bot. That was wrong of me. You're a real person. I'm sorry, Pinocchio. I just didn't. It was too coincidental. Like,
Superman, is that a game coming out? Superman 64?
Superman 64. I think there's a Superman game for the Nintendo 64.
Okay.
Like, because usually it's like Super Mario 64.
True.
Or like Mega Man 64 were games for the 64.
Gotcha.
No.
So we're gonna move on to our last two kind of sections here as we're nearing our end time.
And we're
So
some
we got
stuff
a-
we're glossing over.
Oh hey,
So,
we got upcoming releases and deals. Everyone likes saving money and getting deals.
boom. Interesting one that I found. If you were in the market for a Nintendo DS, there might be some of you out
2DS.
there. A 2DS.
I don't know what you're gonna play or do on it.
I think it's the
but
only difference between the 2DS
it's
and
there.
the 3DS is literally the 3D functionality, which I literally turned off because it gave me a headache. So Best Buy, you can pick up the Crimson Red Nintendo 2DS and 2 games for $80.
I mean, that's pretty good for.
That's pretty good. I mean,
for it,
it's
I
$80.
guess.
Who cares? So with this, you'll get the Super Mario Bros. 2 pre-installed in the console, and you get a choice of one other game from the list that's provided on Best Buy's website. If you just go to Best Buy, go to the deals section, and then go to the games section. On the deals section, you'll see it on there. And some of the games that are listed are pretty classic games. You got like Zelda, Star Fox, Mario Maker, Donkey Kong, etc., etc., etc. So Check it out if you're in the market, or if you have a kid that you want to get them to shut up while you're driving to Georgia this fall. Just go ahead and give them one of those things and put your headphones on. So yeah, look out for that. PlayStation Summer Sale is live. Lots of games on sale, many of which are classics and pretty cheap. Please check it out. I didn't bother putting a bunch of suggestions and stuff on there because they're pretty classic games. I mean, talking like basically every Mega Man, Striker, lots of stuff. Moving on. The creators of
the rumor mill.
The
We got
rumor,
rumor
yeah.
section. That's
Gotcha.
usually some of the juicier topics.
Got some little interesting stuff. So the creators of Titanfall, that would be Respawn, will be revealing a virtual reality FPS soon.
Dude, that's cool. That's cool.
Which would be
especially because
super
it's first-person shooting. Because Respawn
And
has
they
that.
do good with first-person shooters
that
too. Yeah,
I feel like Respawn's the best first-person shooter studio, just
Definitely.
by feel and how the gameplay is.
they do shooting prime.
That will. I'm gonna look into that. That's
So
very
that would be sick. Call of Duty Modern Warfare allegedly will be coming out with a battle royale mode, because why not, early next year. This will actually be a free-to-play and will be a release or a separate release.
Smart.
So you do not
Smart.
have to own the Call of Duty Modern Warfare to
That's really
play
smart.
this free-to-play battle royale, allegedly. So that would be a good idea on
especially
on their part.
because so basically this new Call of Duty Modern Warfare is built on a whole new engine. Like it's got new tech. It's super cool looking, super nice.
Rebuilt it from the ground up.
So basically, if you got like a good game making good waves, and then you come out with a battle royale a little bit later based on that gameplay,
easily a free
that's
to
a
play
good idea.
A free
That's
to
a good
play
idea.
one, and then you just have those little microtransactions.
Would you let
in there,
Cade play that?
I need to see the game first.
Do you? I mean, it's Call of Duty. Do you let him play M-rated games?
It depends if they're like ridiculous, right? Like
Yeah.
yours is like ridiculous violence. It's so
Call of Duty is, to me, pretty tame as far as M-rated games go. I mean, the campaign tends to be a little more graphic because there's like story and stuff to it, but the actual playing, like you shoot them, a little blood just kind of, squirts out, whatever.
Yeah, if it's like he plays Gears, but with me, like
Right, but
you turn-
But I feel like
You
Gears
turn
is
the
so
gore off.
gratuitous. It's like laughable, It's
Yeah.
like
You can turn the gore off on Gears, by the way. Like,
is it default set to on?
It's
Yeah.
default set to on, but
I
you
never
can,
turned it off,
You can
so.
turn it off, so like, literally, like when you chainsaw somebody, just like sparks fly and they just like fall
Oh.
and die. But yeah, it's a little. It makes it a little bit less graphic.
Yeah.
then we have a very interesting one. Oh, we mentioned earlier that Death Stranding may get a PC release. Very cool. And then Devil May Cry 5 might be heading to Xbox Game Pass very soon. That would be very cool. I would totally jump on that.
You guys should definitely try it. I really like that game. I bought it and I do not regret it. And so get it on Game Pass for whatever you pay a month, $5, $1, whatever. Do it.
Very cool. I'd be very, very looking forward to that. Because I didn't want to pay for it.
We don't really have any other time. We are out of time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, pretty much. Is there anything else you guys want to
Basically,
talk
yeah,
about,
yeah.
or maybe bring up again? If not, then I mean we're
that's
gonna
it,
we're gonna kind of sail out of here.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna crumble that cookie right now. Alrighty,
Yeah.
guys. Well, let's go ahead and close it out for today. Thank you for stopping by, as always.
Yes, thank you. Thank you to everyone who watched and listened, and keep checking us out.
And just want to say, I love the communication on the chat. I love the involvement.
Yes,
Keep it
thank
up,
you.
guys. Keep it up. And remember, if you are new here and you have not already, please smash them like and follow buttons. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. We will be eternally grateful.
Very grateful.
Check us out on social media and, of course, our lovely website, fpsguides.com, made by yours truly over here. You can check out all of our content on YouTube, Twitch, Google Play, Apple, Spotify, the Stitcher,
Glitcher.
Amazon Alexa, and basically anywhere that podcasts and stuff can be found. Just look us up; you'll find us. It's not too hard. We worked
Oh, yeah, there's no
we
button
worked
up
pretty
yet.
hard
That'll be ready next
to
week.
make sure that we weren't. We worked pretty hard to make sure that we were findable on Google. So you'll find us. And also check out our Discord link in the description on Twitch. Please jump in, chat, say hello, drop in a meme, play a game with us, or just tell us to go screw ourselves and then leave. Who cares? I just want to see your face. Anyways, don't forget to tell your friends about us. We're never too shy on feedback, guys. We love it.
Let's
We
reach
need
that
it. We yearn
100
for
follower
it.
goal, so we can do that 24-hour stream.
And tell your mom, your dog, your grandma, and your best friend about us so we can get those followers and subs.
Yeah. And
And,
don't forget to tune in on, I think this Sunday, I'll be streaming Smash Sunday 4.
We're buying that
All right, podcast listeners, we're just about to drop out, but one of our loyal commenters in our chat just said, "I just googled 2 white guys and an Asian guy, and I did not find you."
I give you
Oh,
my word.
God.
I will try to buy that keyword. Okay.
2 white guys and an Asian.
That sounds like a show. Can that be another show that we can make? Like another shoot off?
Like 2.5 men, but it's like
Yeah.
2 white guys and an Asian. It just
Do we have a half Asian guy in the office?
We have laugh tracks.
That'd be 2.5
and everything.
Asian guys.
Like, isn't John like half?
Oh, he's
Filipino?
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah, half Asian.
2.5
There we
Asian
go.
guys.
2.5 Asians. Here we go. Oh man. All right, guys. Well, I can't laugh anymore. I'm gonna die. I will see you next Friday. Be sure to tune in.
All right,
And remember to play games.
All right, play games, everybody. Have a good one.
Peace out, y'all.